What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. We're going to be playing some more King Arthur Legends Rise. Huge shout out to Netmarble for sponsoring the video. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be going over a few things that I kind of wish I knew when I first jumped into the game. I did a lot of clicking around because there is a lot of clicking around to do, and eventually I came to find these things, but hopefully it helps you out. Now, if you're not playing the game just yet, you can download it using the link in my description as well as the pinned comment. Come on and have some fun with us because it's a really good game. I've really been enjoying it. Visually, very appealing. I'm really enjoying everything about the story. The story is great. The depth of champions is great. Can't wait to see, what new champions they bring as well. But short list of things that I wish I would have, kind of known. I'm just going to share those with you. And the first one is so silly. You might laugh at me for saying this, but I had the toughest time trying to figure out what the champions do. I was looking everywhere because when you first click on the champion, you assume like this is the skills right here. You're like, oh, it's the first thing you're going to tell me all about the champ because it's the info tab. But that is not correct. If you are trying to figure out what the champion actually does for you actively, you got to click on relics. Relics is going to tell you the actual skills of the champion, and this seems so little, right? It seems like a thing that is not that important, but as someone who was just starting the game, I wish I could have easily just like clicked on a beginner guide and they said, hey, you want to know what a champion does? You want to see their skills? You click on your hero management, go to relics, and the skills are there. Because trust me, when I was clicking around, it took me a while because off the top of the head, you think relics, you're not thinking skills. So that is where your skills are, guys. If you were struggling to find it as I was, there it is. I know it's a simple one, but could be really important for people just starting the game. You want to know what the champions do. You definitely want to put your best foot forward and pick the best champs that you can to have great synergy and complete the content. I think it's important to know what they do, right? And what better way than to read the skills? But if you can't find it, it's a bit difficult to do. On to the next thing though, because like I said, there's a lot to click on. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game, a lot to dive into, which is great. It's what you want from a game. You want things to do. And when you don't know what to do, you could just find a red dot, click on it. See, we got offers here, red dot. Oh, red dots here. Oh, let me click on this. We got achievements here, right? Sometimes you just don't know what to do because there's a lot going on. My suggestion is to just head to the Royal Road, right? Because you want to be playing a game efficiently. You want to have fun, but you also want to play a game efficiently. So you want to go here into your, the waffle here, the 3 tab, and go to the Royal Road. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to see pretty much a, path, if you will. It's actually called the path of honor, path of power, path of challenges. And this gives you a great, roadmap to what you should be doing at any point in time. So as you can see, I've completed a good bit of stuff. I'm still working my way through the story, but this gives me a roadmap so that I'm not, doing things out of order, because I haven't seen too many of these that are retroactive. I don't know if any of them are. So if you say you get ahead of, one of these, say use rare EXP potions, right? Like I did. I had just went and upgraded some champions, right? So I went, upgraded some champions. If we go to advanced right now for one of the champs that need levels, and we go to level up, as you can see, I almost have no EXP potions. I can't even take her to the next level, right? Now, I do have enough right now to get this next mission done on the Path of Honor, but I had just used a bunch of my EXP potions and I could have easily got this summon here. This is a special summon ticket. So you want to make sure that like when you don't know what to do or you just find yourself clicking around on stuff, head over to the Royal Road to see exactly what, the game recommends you do next, because this roadmap is definitely going to be one of the better ways to efficiently progress your account, build onto your account, and save resources, right? You're going to also be getting a ton of resources from completing these things in the Royal Road. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of them. Being able to complete multiple things at a time is also great. So you could be prepping for some of the things that you have coming up. Like I have arena coming up, obviously clearing more of the story here, purchase items at the forge. These are things that you want to be, be, looking forward to and prepping for while you work on whatever your current mission is. So if you haven't, been doing that, which many of you probably are, I wasn't necessarily doing it, so I thought that it would be a great tip. Moving on though, the next thing that I really want to talk about is champions, right? Because when we think about a game, right, there are tiers of rarity. You got legendaries, right? You got epics, commons, rares, uncommons, right? Mythical, right? There could be a plethora of rarities. And generally we like to think that the legendaries are typically the strongest, and rightfully so, they should be. But in King Arthur, you can get so much use out of your rare champions and some of the uncommon champions as well as the common champions. So do not sleep on those champions. They're also going to be very, very easy to invest in as opposed to the legendaries. As you can see here, Rogier, I've invested a ton more in. We've got her to 4-star now, and she's amazing. One of the best DPS champions I've pulled. We also get K. Everybody gets K. Invest in K. Great rare champion. Going to take you very far in the game. But these rares can be very, very impactful for your account. Don't feel like you need the legendaries in order to complete everything, in order to do everything. I'm pretty sure the bulk of this game, if not all of this game, can be done by using rare champions, making sure that you give them the best foot forward, right? You got to pull some more summons, make sure you're able to, equip them with the best gear, upgrade their chivalry and whatnot so that you can get the most out of them as I sit on a legendary. But as far as rares, right, you want to make sure that you're, you get your chivalry up, you are advancing them, you're leveling them up, trying to get some relics for them to strengthen them and make them stronger. And they will be very, very good for you. So you don't need, all of the top champs that you see. As far as legendaries, the rares are going to be able to push you wherever you need to go if you do invest in them. So just wanted to put that out there because I've had a lot of success just using the rares. You guys can as well. Now, while we're on the topic of champions, I just want to bring something else up as well. The sort over here is very, very helpful because you're going to obviously need champions that bring different things in order to progress certain areas of the game. So you can use this sort to actually find various things that you need. For example, we know that damage over time is very, very strong in this game. So you can actually come and sort over here by champions that will have specific DOT, dot damage, right? So like bleed, right? Burn or poison. Now, there's obviously not a champ that's providing all of those, but if you click bleed, obviously the bleed champions will come up. If you click poison, the poison champions will come up for you. So easy way to search through your account to find champions that are going to be providing you with everything that you need to complete a certain area of the game. More importantly, the dungeons, right? Because in the campaign, what you need in order to 3-star it, which I'm going to talk about in a second, is very minimal to what you would need to bring in one of the dungeons. For example, if you go into the dungeon, right, you can read all about the boss. Another helpful thing they have is they recommend heroes. So this is also something that is very helpful for you if you're trying to progress a dungeon. You can see the recommended heroes here that you should probably be using based on your account. Something very helpful to do is to just come in, read what the boss actually does, right? So you want to come in here, you want to look at the info of the boss, see what the boss's skills are, see what they do, and then go back into your champion, where your champions are, your heroes, and you want to sort and see who is going to provide you with the best outcome for that, so that you can make sure that you're getting all of your rewards and you're able to push these dungeons as much as possible, because you're definitely going to need to. Now, to come back to the story, right, the campaign, which is here, if we click on the bottom right, so if we go to the main story, we can see all of the chapters we've completed. You want to make sure that you are 3-starring these. And if you haven't already, make sure you go back and make sure that you have 3-starred them so you can get all of your rewards. You're going to be getting summons from here. You're going to be getting stamina. You're going to be getting gear. You're going to be getting XP for your champions. Pretty much everything that you need to progress your account. So definitely 3-star the campaign. And if you don't know how, right, like if we look at chapter 5 here, I haven't even collected all of my rewards for that yet, but I did not not 3-star this boss. So you want to click on it, see exactly what the conditions are, because based on which of the chapters you are in, the conditions actually change. So if we see here, defeat all enemies, win in 40 turns, use 2 or more flame heroes, right? So you would go into your heroes and search by flame. In chapter 4, as you can see, the conditions are the same, but in chapter 5, the conditions actually change, right? Now we need to use 2 or more storm heroes, right? And win within 30 turns. I was not able to win within 30 turns for this one. I need to go back and rework some things, probably upgrade some of my champs to make them a bit better, but we'll come back around and 3-star it so that I can make sure I get my 2 summons here. Special summon tickets, which are important. We also got a twin eagle fairy stone here, 5 of them. So I'm gonna need that as well. So I'm gonna come back as soon as I can and make sure I 3-star that boss and then push forward with chapter 6. I might even push chapter 6 a bit, push it as far as I can go. That's probably what you would want to do as well. Push as far as you can, get as many of the rewards as you can to improve your account, and then come back and make sure that you 3-star those things so that you can get the rest of your rewards. That's going to be all for this one though, guys. Just a few quick tips that I thought would be helpful. Some things I wish I kind of would have just found a lot easier. But if you have not downloaded the game and you want to come join us and play some King Arthur Legends Rise, be sure to hit that link in my description as well as the pinned comment. Let me know down below how you're enjoying the game, if you've been having a lot of fun with it. I think the game is great, guys, and I'm going to continue sharing this experience with you. Huge shout out to Netmarble as well for sponsoring the video. And until next time, guys, be good and be well.